let's just do this Dennis Prager thing because it reminds me of a phone call I did, and we should try and dig this up with the American Family Association 18 years ago, maybe, where this outfit by Dobson. It was Dobson in Colorado, this right-wing fundamentalist Christian. They were putting out like critiques of popular culture where there was too much gayness and cross-dressing going on in, I think it was A Shark's Tale. And I got this guy to admit to me on the phone, he was proud of it, that there's too much anti-bullying stuff. That bullying is healthy. It keeps people in line. And then I went in on my theory that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was gay because of the flaming red nose, and he got all defensive about that, and that's a different story.
Sounds glorious. But
here is Dennis Prager, 18 years later, also a fundamentalist, religious fundamentalist zealot, theocrat, basically echoing the same sentiment.
An interesting question here, because I hate bullies. I used to beat them up. My parents were called into school on a somewhat regular basis. I was the biggest kid in class. I was very tall from a very early age, and I would beat up bullies. I don't think so. I hate bullies. Having said that, if pause it.
Just contemplate that. Now that I have said that I hate bullies, let me tell you why I think in some instances not so bad.
No, I hate bullies, but also I was very big, very strong, very masculine, very heroic in high school. It's I've grown
to understand that bullies play an important role in society.
Exactly.
An interesting question here, because I hate bullies. I used to beat them up. My parents were called into school on a somewhat regular basis. I was the biggest kid in class. I was very tall from a very early age, and I would beat up bullies. I hate bullies. Having said that, if a kid in the class, a boy in the class, decides to wear a skirt or a dress to school, what are the other students supposed to say? Hey, you really look good in that dress? Now you'll say, well, what if it's a transgender student?
Pause it for 1 second. This is what I would say, regardless of whether it was a transgender student or not. How about you say nothing?
What's up?
How about,
your name?
How about?
Hello.
Yeah. What's going on? What are you doing after school? Dude, can I copy your math homework? Come on, please.
No, the correct response is fight or flight.
Go back. You see someone wearing something you are having some slight confusion about. What should you do?
Say, hey, you really look good in that dress? Now you'll say, well, what if it's a transgender student? He says he's a girl. What if he doesn't say he's a girl? What if he's just a male who likes wearing dresses?
Sure.
Are the children permitted to say, you know, I think you really should wear guys' clothes? Or is that bullying? We continue.
Yeah, I mean,
first off,
children are with that thoughtful manner going, just a suggestion.
Excuse me?
That your fashion is not comporting with what makes me comfortable and your gender identity. It's just like ridiculous.
Guys wearing dresses was really fashionable about 18 months ago. Can I suggest perhaps more of like free-flowing pants, or perhaps you'd feel more comfortable in a sarong? I mean, like, no, is that bullying? I suggest that you wear pants.
Yeah, right. That's how kids interact. It makes me feel like Dennis Prager has never been a child ever in his life. He has no sense.
It reminds me of the one time I went home because I was made fun of. It was because I went to school in a yellow shirt and brown corduroy pants, and people started calling me Charlie Brown, and I realized it was accurate, and so I called my mom. And
the kids went up to Matt and said, Matt,
excuse me, Matt. Matt, can I suggest you dress more like Linus?
Yeah, exactly.
Or perhaps another figure from the series that wasn't so put upon.
Just a suggestion.
Snoopy, incidentally, was much more appreciated by all of the people around there than Charlie Brown. Perhaps you should not wear any clothes. Just a suggestion.
A reminder that Republican running for state legislature, Shelley Luther, said that trans kids should be bullied and that it's okay that her children are not comfortable around them. So this is just public policy, or, this is what they want. They want trans kids to be bullied into being back in the closet. And if they're so miserable that it kills them or hurts them psychologically for a long period of time, so be it.
I wonder if Prager, like mid sort of opining, realized like, oh, I can't advocate transgender bullying because I just went on this whole rant about how I'm the anti-bully. But what if it's just something weird, like a guy wearing a dress? Like he could have also used the example of like, what if someone showed up in the Annie Hall outfit, like wearing a men's suit, and or even perhaps someone's wearing something that it's just. But
this is actually like I forgot to mention this, but in Wisconsin, bomb threats, canceled events, empty schools, how a bullying probe in Kiel paralyzed the Wisconsin town's democracy. This was covered by Tucker Carlson before it got into the bomb threat stage. He was stoking this, which is some kids were being investigated for bullying a trans student, and basically their parents are like, you're not going to discipline my kid for that. And all of a sudden all these bomb threats start happening, like after it gets national recognition. So like, this is the actual context that Dennis Prager is wading into.
All right, couple IMs and we got to get out of here. Charlie's Chode Abode. Hey, I'm our crew. I live in a city in Indiana that have hardcore Republican family in the country who are involved politically. They are big on DeSantis and are over Trump as of Thanksgiving last year. I think there's more of a split than anticipated. It really surprised me. I think there's definitely,
it's a sliver. I don't know if it's a split.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's a split. Again, remember, like, we forget Trump entered into the race. People were like, no chance. Gosh, George, Jeb Bush has got 15%. Like, there was, part of it's going to be how many people DeSantis is able to keep out of the running. And, I don't know. We'll see. Star Fox, Sam from I already read that. All cats are beautiful. The only solution to is abolition. We have a demilitarized community squad, affairs squad of the NYPD that stands and watches as the SRG, New York Scorpion Squad, brutalizes us regularly. Miss Bus. Sam is in bed with Big Honey. Big Hun. With Disco, I love the reconstruction and post-reconstruction interviews. This one was amazing. Yeah, I really liked it. Jonathan Armstead, I love when you're interviewing academics and historians and you mention another author and they say they're a big fan of the other's work. It's like the kids say, game recognized game. I like it too because it really, I would love to, have the time to sit back and just basically go like, these are the books you should read in this order, to sort of like layer in and understand. So many things are happening concurrently, and so many things lead to other things, and so many things, all of these academics, they will focus in on one area. I mean, that's what they should do. But to get the full sort of like 360 or even 270 notion of this, you need to read more. But
and maybe we can do it on the blockchain. Do MRU.
Of course, we'll put that on the blockchain and charge you and get you accredited from maybe we'll call it the Majority Report University or Cedar U.
The Majority Report University of the West.
Sam College something. I don't know. As long as you pay. We'll make that list for you. It'll be on the blockchain, so we also won't have to hire anyone to grade your papers. Completely automated.
A robot will
do it. Passive income stream. That's what we're looking at, folks. Total passive income.
It should totally be possible.
Technology.
Matt.
Also won't have to see boys wearing skirts come into the classroom. Sorry. Okay.
Begging Matt to stop egging you on.
Hi, crew. Just wanted to ask if you have someone cover the poor air quality of the underwater MTA train and tunnels connecting stations in New York City. Someone who suffers from respiratory issues, pretty bad, especially when you think of overnight trains that leave behind some pungent gases. Also, East River Park just has new developments unrelated to the water wall. All right, 3 more. Ehad, Canada. The initial assassination attempt on Franz Ferdinand had failed. This is about World War I, incidentally. He and his wife had decided to go visit the hospital where those who had been injured in the initial attempt were being treated. On the way to the hospital, the driver got lost and the car broke down in front of a shop where the assassin's 19-year-old Gavrilo Princip had decided to go get lunch after the failed attempt earlier in the day. Yes, just that was it. World War
Musk
I.
voice, now we have Waze.
On our blockchain, you'll find that out. Okay, I'm sorry. Our final I am of the day. Where the heck did I put that sound? Okay. Conservative mind virus. What are the odds that bullies Prager used to beat up were bullying people by being weirdos?
Yeah.
Exactly. You long hairs come in here wearing your hair long. Oh, stop bullying us.
Yeah.
Bullying the authoritarian
criticizing the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Exactly. Stop bullying America. Bradley, Matt, Emma, good job today. See you folks tomorrow.